చూసుకో
హలో
కాంటాక్ట్ ఫోన్ కొట్టాలి వేసుకోండి మిషన్ ఫోన్.
Hello.
హాయ్ హరిత, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్.
Hi, good evening.
You're able to see my screen?
Yes.
So these are the topics we discussed during our last class.
Yes.
Without any of the topic.
Everything clear.
Yeah. So yesterday we discussed about static variable. Now we look at the static method.
Extra we looked at static variable. Yes.
Yeah. So static method has nothing to do with the data members of a class. So like any method, if you prefix a keyword with a keyword called static, then that becomes a static method. So
Okay.
The main method is a static method. The day one we have seen, right?
Yeah.
The first class we have seen, right? Public static void main.
Yes.
Static is a static function never belongs to any particular instance of a class.
Static method never belongs to particular instance of a class. Okay.
Yeah, because static is, when you say static, it's nowhere we are talking about a particular instance. It's related to class.
When
A particular static never belongs to any particular instance. It belongs to a class always. Clear?
Okay.
A static function never belongs to any particular instance. It belongs to a class.
Okay.
A static function cannot access non-static members of the class. If you declare a function as static, that function can access only static variables. It cannot access non-static variables within your class.
Okay.
A static function can be called directly without creating an instance of that class. Either you can call directly with the class name or you can use the instance name. But it's not required at all. So class name, not the method name.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
So let me repeat. Static function has nothing to take with any data members of a class. A static function never belongs to any particular instance. A static function cannot access to non-static members of your data. A static can be called directly without creating instance. So these are the possible things.
Okay.
Let me show you the example. I'll copy the same student. One second. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, Varka. Hello, you're able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So, the definition you are clear, right? Starting member function.
Okay.
We'll just do that. I thought of copying student.
Okay.
The same student record we have everything. So, if you have a static method, let's say static void update. College name is static, right? We'll say that. So just added a static method to update the college name, nothing else. Okay.
Oh, we had a static method. Okay.
Just to update it, nothing else. Continuation with the previous code.
Okay.
I'm just creating instance for 3 instances, same to it. The student
Okay.
update is same thing we are doing. So now when we, it's almost similar to same previous code. Only thing like I just added a starting method, nothing else, right?
Okay. Okay.
We haven't invoked the static method yet. Just to the previous to the last example. Now, if I update, so invoking a static method is directly you can call on class name dot method name.
Okay.
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 Now when I call class name dot method name, so show details is a regular method, right? This is a
Yes.
member class specific. That's where like I'm supposed to use with an instance.
I mean, show details is not a static method.
Not a
That's
static
why we
method.
need to
Yes,
call it through instance.
exactly. Without it, we cannot even call. But
Okay.
static method means we can call with the class name, or else you can also call with instance name. But irrespective of the case, it treats the behavior is with a class, not with an instance.
Okay.
Means you can also do something like this. Okay,
Okay.
but this is not the correct way. But the expression was it also invokes it, but internally it refers to the same method. When you say s1 dot,
If
it is not specific to s1.
okay.
Calling with the s1 dot, so still it's going to be the class name dot the method name.
Okay. Okay.
So this is not the correct way. Do not use it, but you can access it in case if you wish.
Okay.
Ideally, in the static method means we are going to call with the class name only. So when I update a college name, this is the regular static behavior that we have seen, right?
Yeah. Regular.
I just update
Regular
the college
static.
name.
Right.
So
College name.
so same room, so same value is going to update it. Whenever I ask for the value, so same thing is going to update.
Okay.
Before changing, when I ask, I should get value as Siddhartha, right?
Yes.
Changing, I should get ABCD,
No.
right?
No.
So if you, this is a static method. If you try to access any variable, for example, roll number equal to 1, 2, 3, this cannot make a static reference to non-static variable. Means in your static method, if you try to access a variable which is non-static, it's not going to allow you at all. It's going to be give us compile time method. That's what I showed you here.
Okay.
But if it is a
Cannot.
static variable, so you can access it.
Oh, you declared the college name as static. That's why you're accessing that in. Okay.
If it is a regular file names which is not static, so you can't have access it.
I mean, we can't access even the static variables in non-static methods.
That we can access it. That we have seen, right?
Yeah, before you declared the college name as static only,
The
and we use that in
reverse is not possible. If you
okay
declare a variable as non-static variables, you can access that variables.
in non.
You have a variable non-static. Okay, for example, take a roll number. You can
Okay.
access that roll number only in the non-static methods.
Okay.
If you declare a variable name as static, you can
Okay.
access that method in a static variable, static method, or also in the regular method.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So static is a special need to access only static variables. Non-static
Okay.
can access both.
Oh yes.
Now you have to
Okay.
not get confused.
Okay.
So just to show you that I just used it as per my definition, I showed you that it's not cannot access it. So same thing I would like to show you that it cannot be accessible.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Clear the uses of the static method like that you can add any functionality so which can be called directly on the class name dot the method name.
Okay. Plus name. Okay.
The next one is called the static block, means we can apply a static keyword to a block. What happens if you apply it to a block? You know what the block is in general?
No.
Okay. A block is nothing but set of lines, nothing else. So static
I mean, okay. Set of
set of lines
in
of your code.
okay. Set of okay.
So a static block is used to initialize the static members of a class, and it is executed before the main method at the time of class loading.
Before the main method. Okay.
Generally, so far like whatever we have seen, first main method is going to start. From there, like everything is going to be executed, right?
Yes. First. Okay. Yes.
So this is a starting point. When you run your program, it starts with this line. Starts with this
Yeah.
line, continues.
Execution starts from main method.
Yes, but if you have declare a block as static block, it is going to execute prior to your main method.
Okay, I mean the block what I'm thinking is a set of code in between the method like that.
Yes, it's a set of lines, but set of lines we are going to just mention as static block. Let me show you
Okay,
the small
static block.
example.
Okay.
These are kind of like miscellaneous things.
Yeah.
This main is executing, right? Generally, if you write a static block, you run this, static block is executing, then your main is executing.
Okay.
From the order of execution perspective, but the actual need of the static block is it is used to initialize your static members. Means if you want to initialize any static fields,
Okay.
we use a constructor to initialize the regular fields, right?
Okay.
Constructor yesterday was your
Yeah. Yes.
so constructor. Why we do it in a constructor? Because we might feel to create each and every instance with a different set of values, right?
No. Okay.
When you do initialization in the constructor, what is the use of it? You might pass employee number 100. So I would like to create my employee object with 100, right?
Oh yeah.
If I pass 101, so I would like to create an object with 101, right?
Yes.
Specific to instance. That's where like we are going to place it in the constructor. As and when we create a constructor, we initialize those values. But so that is like if you have n number of instances, we'll be having n number of employee IDs, right? But
Yes.
the static field means obviously it's only one, right?
Yeah.
Initializing these static variables in the constructor is a valid thing, not required, right? Static is only once. So why to declare initialize in the constructor? We can do it in a special block. That is where the static block is useful. Understand the difference?
No. A bit confusion.
Let me go open static variable test. So this is the initialization, right? This is
Yes, that is.
this initialization.
Yes, yes.
Why we are initializing here? Because I'm passing choice of my values. With that values, I would like to initialize that instance.
Oh, okay,
When I
yeah.
create S1, these are my set of values. S2, these are my set of values. And S3, these are set of my values. Means
Yeah, yeah.
values are changing for each and every guy. So that's where like I'm initializing in the constructor.
Constructor, yes.
So if it is a static field, so initializing in a constructor doesn't make any sense, right?
Yes.
Because it's a one-time thing. Why to initialize again and again in the field? Right? You can take out this kind of line from the
Oh, I mean, initializing in static block you're saying right now.
yes. So if we
Okay.
have a static field, initializing
Okay.
that static field in a constructor, there is no meaning because
Yes.
only one block you are playing around for like the n number of instances, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you static block, you are placing, you have given only one memory location. If you are creating 10 instances, 10 times it's going to keep on putting the value in the same block, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yes.
the same room.
So, okay, yes, got it.
Function wise, it doesn't make you any difference, but unnecessarily you are making a overhead, right?
Yes.
If I ask you to place same item again and again in the same room, what is the meaning? So one, if you place the
Okay.
item once, that should be fine, right?
Yes.
So that's what like once means the static block. The static block is going to be executed only once when this class is loaded for the first time. That's
Oh,
the
so in the
static.
static block, we are going to define those variables.
Exactly. So assume that we have the college name the same field. Suppose I would like to have my default value to college name as something. I'll do it here. That's all.
Okay.
These are because statics are not specific to class, not specific to instance, it's specific to class. So irrespective of the main method itself, prior to that, it's getting loaded because of the static nature.
Okay. Okay.
Or any confusion.
No, understood.
So every like each and every time, like whenever we discuss something, it might create some confusion.
Yeah.
Next one is called nested class. A class declared inside a class is called a nested class. So we are about to discuss in details about it in the down the line. Right now, just we can have a class declared as a static as well. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So if you declare a class as static, we can, that is called as a nested class. That we'll be seeing an example down the line. Okay, once we discuss about the inner classes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. For now, just assume up to here. So we'll see
Okay.
down the line. So generally, just information, class inside a class is called nesting of the classes. If you use a static keyword along with it.
Okay. We can use static keyword along the nested classes also.
Yes. You
Okay.
can use static keyword to class.
Okay.
Final access modifier. So till now we have seen the static, right? Now it's a time
Yes.
to look at the final. So final is nothing but it's a constant that we know, right? If final is a keyword, if you would like to declare anything as a constant, when I say constant, we cannot make any changes, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So if you are aware of some other programming language, const, const or constant, these are various keywords that might use in different programming languages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Final is a keyword to use it. We can apply final to a variable, a method, or a class.
Okay. To a variable, a method, a class. Okay.
Yeah, these are the three areas. If you declare to a variable, that means I'm saying that my variable is a final. Means when I say my variable is a final, I cannot change the value of it again and again. Once I give some value, that's it. So that's the same value which I'm supposed to use within my program. I cannot change the value.
Okay.
So in which scenario you go for this? You might be having, suppose there is a PAN number. So PAN number usually it's once you initialize for a student, so we are not going to change, right? PAN number is unique and once created, it's the same for his lifetime, right?
Okay.
We declare the variable of this kind of things as a final and we initialize the value at the time of creation. Later, we are going to use the same variable name again. We cannot change the value.
Okay.
If you are not declaring a final, anybody can change the value. But
Okay.
there are certain restrictions being a like developer, you need to take that. So if this is not supposed to change, make it final. Then nobody can touch that variable.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's how the decision has to be taken to what kind of variables I need to take when I design my program.
So if you want any value not to be changed, then we need to
That variable as final.
okay.
To remember final variable naming convention, we are supposed to declare variables as in capital letters, right? Do
Okay.
you remember? Oh, only 5 classes. See that here. We have discussed
Oh
in
yeah,
fourth
yeah, yeah,
class.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, constant. Yes.
We just passed only 4 to 5 classes. It's cleared everything.
No,
So,
not like that, but
so we need to declare. As I told you, it's just a standard. Even if you're not giving capital letters, it's not going to give us any issue. But being a good practice, so we need to follow that convention.
okay, we need to give all in capital letters
Capital
only.
letters, yes. Underscore is to break that for the other better readability.
Okay.
The declared variable as final. I'm just displaying the value of it. Nothing else I'm doing in this program. Right. As I said, as per the definition, if you declare a variable as final, you cannot change the value. So now if you
Okay.
try to attempt it, you will get a compiled error. The final variable speed limit cannot be assigned because you marked it as final.
Yeah, yes. So,
If you
okay, got
do
it.
it final, it allows you, right?
Oh, yes.
Means you are restricting. So if you are restricting, nobody cannot touch those variables. So whatever
Oh,
you are giving, so same thing they have to use that.
okay.
So I have marked speed limit as 200. So 100 is the limit that you have to be used within the program.
Okay.
Clear the usage of the final?
Yes, this is
Very good.
clear.
Next one, final method. So when I say final method, so that means you can use a keyword final to a method. Once you use a keyword in front of a final method, that means that method is a final. Nobody cannot modify that method.
Okay.
So, do you know overriding concept in general?
Yes.
Okay, then here we have to use that. So when there is a parent and child relationship, that means inheritance. The parent,
Okay.
you have a method. In the child class, you can override that method, right? That you know, right?
Yeah, we can access it
You can
in
even
the in.
override. Means when I say override, you can modify the behavior.
Okay.
So in the parent class, suppose you are doing some logic.
Okay.
So that logic is working fine. In the derived class, by extending your class, I
Okay.
can override the logic and I can do whatever I want. So that means whatever the logic that you are there, that was only part of your class. But when I overrided your class, I am just overriding your behavior. Means your logic has changed. That's where the overriding comes into picture.
Okay. Okay.
So in that case, what's happening? You have
I
created
mean,
something.
once we override that method in child class, does it affect the parent class also?
If you create an instance of parent class, it doesn't affect. If you create an instance of child class, that it affects.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Usually, you have a parent class and the
Okay.
child class. So obviously we'll go for the derived class, right? Derived class instance will create.
Yes.
Means your class, so let's say you have created a program to print only to calculate summing of the numbers, but
Okay.
you need to perform everything. So maybe I am creating a like multiplication, division, and remaining three operations.
Okay.
So as a whole, we are going to give it to someone to use this program so that it covers four operations: addition,
Okay.
multiplication, division, and all those things. Okay.
Okay.
So you have created only some, and remaining three I have created by extending your logic, so that
Okay.
anybody can use my class.
Okay.
Now, without your awareness, what I did, I just overrated your method sum and just modified the logic. Instead of sum, I might have did something else. I might have did some wrong functionality.
Okay.
If somebody calls some method, what happens? It's not going to call your logic because I have overwritten that method. It's going to call my logic now,
Okay.
which is like nowhere informed to you, right? Because I just extended, I just started using it.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Got it.
This is the overriding concept.
Okay. Okay.
Usually, if you extend a parent and child, anything can be overridden which is there in the parent by child. Means because child is having a relation, so they can modify anything.
Okay.
That's the usual behavior. In case if you wish nobody should modify me, in that case you have to use a final in your parent class.
Okay.
Got it? So
Okay. Got it.
now your some method I am corrupting, right? For some reason. Usually
Uh,
it's corrupting in the sense like I might modifying something else. But in case if you feel that you do not want you do not want anybody to change your behavior, what you need to do, you need to mark your method as final.
Final.
Then anybody in the down the line, they can use your method in case if they want, but they do not have rights to modify your method behavior.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
That's where we are. So now I'll show you without final, then on top of it, final will apply. We need to take it based on child classes. So now if anybody creates an instance, still haven't used overriding. So there is a parent class which is having run method. There is a derived class which is extending parent class. Still now we haven't overridden. So when I create instance for car and when I call run method, obviously it's going to call me my base class method, right?
Okay. Yes.
So if I use a derived one, I'll say my car is running. Without this guy awareness, so this guy modified because this having a relation. Modified
Okay.
and method logic is changed to my car is running.
Oh, yes.
Right? That's
Yes.
how
Yes.
overriding works. Now
Okay.
your logic is being modified by me, right?
Yes.
So what you have to do is if you do not wish to make other guys to modify,
It's
it's
fine. We
your
need
turn
to
to.
final.
That's all. When you say final,
So he
I'll
can't
say that you
change
cannot
that.
override the final method. In case you want, you create a new method, whatever you wish, but you cannot modify the existing one.
Okay.
So when I call run method, still it calls vehicle one.
Oh, yes.
So this is you and this is me and this is someone. So it's a transparent to the other guy that whether he is calling this run method from here or from here. So for him, you know that there is a run method which you need to call, right?
Okay.
This is myself is like I'm trying to modify your logic before, and now you came up with the latest solution that you mark your final. So now
Okay.
I cannot modify your logic now.
So most of the time when we are using inheritance, we use this keyword, final keyword.
No. Like, it depends on the requirement.
Oh, depends on the requirement. We do use that
Yes.
one.
So
Okay.
mostly we'll allow to modify the logic.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. But if
Okay.
there is any specific requirement that do not wish to modify, then only.
Okay. Okay.
Mostly we'll allow. Mostly we'll go for the regular behavior.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? But it's purely different. If you like, if you get the same the case like if you do not wish to mark, so definitely you have to go for that kind of behavior.
Okay. Mostly anything is depending on the requirement.
Anything is depend. So I cannot say this
Okay.
is only valid.
Okay.
That is how it works. It's on the functionality and the requirement how it has to take. And the next one, the final class.
Okay.
So applying a keyword final to a class. It's called a final class.
Okay.
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 Keyword to a class. So why I should go for applying keyword to final class? What is the problem I'm going to face? What is the restriction I'm going to face if I mark my class as final class?
I mean, we can't inherit. I mean, we can't
Exactly.
inherit the class.
Exactly. Assuming
Okay.
that you have a couple of methods like this. Okay, assuming I
Yes.
have 10 methods. I said like instead of marking all my 10 methods, what I can do, I can mark my class as final. There it's the matter.
Okay. But when you declare this method as final, still we were able to. Okay, we are accessing the class. Okay, not the method. Okay, got it. It yeah, just I got clear.
Clear?
Yeah, if we declare the class as final, we can't access it in another class.
So you can see that. So I'll look in your example so that we can have this. And just so we are almost the same example, right? If you mark
Yeah,
your class as final,
final.
then immediately you'll get error. So I need to go with
Vehicle one.
vehicle one because the vehicle means it will
Yeah,
not give error because it tries to
yeah,
replace the other one.
yes.
It's happening. Cannot
The
be
type.
as the final class. The car one cannot create a subclass from the vehicle one because vehicle one is marked as final. So it is locked.
Okay, we can't extend it.
You can't extend. In case if you
Okay,
wish, you can create an instance, whatever you want, you can do. You can create an
okay,
instance and you can invoke all the methods.
okay,
Okay. So you might be having a lot of methods. So instead of marking individual methods, let's say that we lock everything.
okay, okay, got it.
Got it, right?
I mean, for if we declare the class as final, we can't extend it. And if we declare final for method, we can't modify that method.
We can't override that method exactly.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I got the difference.
Got it, right? So
Hmm.
if there is no like if you feel that I do not want to allow other guys to modify my methods, then what is the point of extending him? There is no point, right? So I'll mark my class itself is final. So nobody cannot think of like even think of extending me.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, final. Some other things which are already using. So, working with the packages like generally packages is are specially to group several classes into separate folders. Or because
Okay.
if you are dealing with a project, we are not going to code all those hundreds and thousands of classes in a single folder, right?
Oh, yes.
Classify them into different things. Why? Because
Okay.
maybe these are set of the classes which might be performing related to certain functionality. These are set of classes which might be dealing to some functionality, right? We'll
Okay.
group them. So we'll create a separate folders to group them. So packages are folders in Java. So if you look at that, so far we have created a lot of classes. Yeah, right?
Yes.
I'm just avoiding that server class. These are the, so look at SRC is the default folder. Under that, com is a package. Inside that examples is a package. Inside that day 01 to 07. These are the various packages. So we just
Yes.
separating every day like to have a, just a glance of like what are the program that we done on a, that we did on a particular day. So I
Yes.
will
Yes.
have a separation at any point of time.
Okay.
Packages are just to group your classes. So if you're not going for a packages, still you can continue. It's like better maintainability, and so that we can organize the files and the coding everything in a better way. Okay,
Okay.
that's how we go for the packages.
Okay.
So we have like when you are working with the command mode, like in the DOS prompt and the notepad. So package working with the packages, like you need to set the class path and everything. But if you are working with in Eclipse, so everything will be like inbuilt, right? It takes care of things automatically. It is
Okay.
a grouping of similar type of classes in the interfaces. It's the primary use of the packages. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so these are the packages which are created by us, right? So these are the
Yes.
user defined packages we have created. So as a user, we have defined. At the same
Okay.
time, there are standard packages which are available in Java. So for example, Java is a package, Lang is a package, right?
Yes.
So util is a package, IO is a package, SQL is a package. Just to name a few. So all these are system defined ones. So system defined ones are defined by the Java built-in packages, we can say. Okay.
Okay.
There
Okay.
are user defined packages and the built-in packages. Built-in packages are provided by Java, so we can directly start using them. So when
Okay.
if it is a user defined package, the same way like it's in your control to how to organize the data.
Okay.
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 Because if we are using Eclipse, it's easy for us to handle with the packages. So any program, if you observe, we need to start with because we are creating directly in a new class, right? But we haven't
Ye-
coded anything. So any file which you are coding in Eclipse, it starts with a package.
Yeah.
That means it indicates that this Java file is part of this so and so package. Means we are telling that this class is relatively part of the particular folder.
Okay.
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 We are mapping here that this is part of this package. So anybody wants to use this class in some other package, what they have to do? They have to import this class from this package in their class.
They need to import. Okay. The class belonging package.
Yes, exactly. Suppose it's have any student just seeking any other class which can be imported. I'll just create test class. This is part of the. I'll just move to folder 6. This in folder 6 we have a test class. So fun. So suppose you want to use test directly if you try to use it cannot work. So you need to test is there in 6th package, right? That I taken. So import is a keyword. which is going to help us in loading the class which is there from some other package into this program.
Okay. Okay.
First method might be right. It was not accessible earlier because of this other folder.
So we are creating instance of this class. I mean, day 7 package. I mean, package. We are creating instance for package test. No.
Now we are creating. There is a test class which is there in folder 6. Okay.
Yeah, folder 6.
Package text is in the folder 7.
Okay.
In folder 7, if you want to access the folder 6 class, we cannot
Okay.
access directly. You need to import
Okay.
that into your program. That's what it did the first line.
Oh, we imported the okay.
So once you import it,
Package.
so you can straight away you can create an instance equal to whatever you want.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this line cannot even go for it. So just remove it. So it cannot identify that. So what it does is like when you code like this, it checks for this class in the current folder.
Okay.
So because it's not part of the current folder, it cannot load. If it was in the current folder, you can use directly without even import. Let me move the class into this folder.
Okay.
So automatically error gone, right?
Yes.
So because test is in the package 7 now. Drag and drop, it automatically changes package names.
Okay.
Is going to take care of that.
Okay.
Earlier it was 6, right? So we haven't
Yes.
typed anything, automatically changed to 7 because
It changed
when
to
you
7.
move, it takes care that I'm changing. I'm moving to so-and-so room. So obviously it follows the guidelines as per that room.
Oh.
You move to anywhere, if you move to folder 1, changes everything to the folder 1
Okay.
folder, right?
Got it.
Packages are just to group the similar form classes and interface into particular folder accordingly to manipulate the things.
Okay.
Clear the difference?
Yes.
So if you want to load a class which is there in another folder, so you need to use the import keyword. That's what we have did here, right? Earlier, the text is here. That's what we have used here, right? Clear, right? This one?
Yes, clear.
We have imported and the extents. Do you remember the extents? We were using extents in couple of programs.
Yeah, in here for inheritance.
Yes. So whenever you want to establish a relationship like parent and child relationship with the point of inheritance, that's where like we'll use the extents keyword. Okay. So this is extents can be used with respect to the when you're extending some other class. So
Okay.
we have one more keyword called implements. This is going to be used along with the interfaces.
Interfaces. Okay.
Have you ever heard the word interface?
I heard, but I'm not aware of that.
Okay. I'll just describe it in little discussion.
Okay.
Interface are like so basically, so it's a kind of like a blueprint of a class. In interface, we are going to define only variable names and the method names, nothing else.
Oh, just we are okay. Declaring variables and
Methods. Okay. Interface is just a blueprint for your class. It can have only a variables and a methods. Okay. If you declare any variable, that automatically becomes a constant. If you declare any method as a, if you declare any simple method, that automatically becomes an abstract method.
abstract method. Okay.
Yeah,
The method becomes abstract method and variable it becomes constant. Okay.
Exactly. Means you can code directly abstract method and constant, or else even if you are not coding, means if you're not mentioning as such, but by default of the interface nature, so it becomes any variable that you declared that becomes a constant. Any method that you declared that becomes abstract method in an interface.
Okay.
Okay. In an interface, we are going to declare only variable names and method names. Okay.
Okay.
Method logic is going to be provided down the line in the classes. Whoever is using this interface.
Okay. Okay.
For now, we are clear. Just
Oh yeah.
we spoke, so we haven't. So I do not want to confuse you further with that. So any doubts as of now? Like, what are the topics which I learned today? And
Oh, today's clear.
so I'll mark this interface for tomorrow. Implement keywords.
So we are going to discuss.
We are going to.
Okay, this implements tomorrow
Yes.
interface
I'm
and
good. Like once again, it makes you confused. So I do not want to dig in further in detail. So I'm going to I'm stopping here itself. Like,
okay. Okay.
so any doubts in these topics, like whatever we discussed?
No, clear.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay then.
We'll continue tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good night.